Well, hello everybody. So this is going to be quite a special video because in this video we're going to take a look at three Canon Hi8 camcorders that I just got. And those were given to me by my friend Zachary. Like you saw them in my previous video when I unboxed his package that he sent me. So we're going to take a look at these camcorders now. And this one is the Canon 8mm camcorder that I already had, and where we are going to also compare this one to with the other ones. And so let's get started. So there are three Canon camcorders that he sent me, and they are not perfectly working. Actually, this one, I've tested the three camcorders, and there is one of them that is fully working, and these two are only partially working. This one is tested and fully working, so this is pretty cool. Might need some head cleaning though, but still perfectly working, this one. And this one, I think it plays tapes and records, but it displays the picture wrong, and I think it does some noise when playing tape, like some buzzing noise, I think a little bit. But also when I plug it to the TV, it displays the picture wrong. Like it's hard to explain, but there's like a line in the picture, and like the top and the bottom of the screen are like splitted, and there's like a line there. And like the top of the picture is displayed on the bottom of the screen, so I'll just plug it later on in this video. And this one I've tested it, and it records the video, but it does not record sound. And it plays video and sound, but there might be a tape alignment problem, because when it plays a tape that was already recorded with another camcorder, it plays it with like static lines scrolling down. So might have a tape alignment problem. And this one, the Canon that I have already had. This one, I've already showed it in a video, but it was working when I bought it. But then, less than a week after, it completely stopped working for playing tapes. There is no picture in playing tape. But besides that, this one is a regular 8 camcorder, not Hi8. These three are Hi8. And this one, besides that, it is in the exterior of the camera. The cosmetic condition is in mint condition, not a single sign of wear on the outside. It's perfectly mint. So that's pretty nice, but since it's in mint condition on the outside, it's pretty quite unfortunate that it's not working anymore. It's a pretty good camera, this one, but at least this one fully working. So now let's get started in the review. So this one, Canon ES75. And the manufacturing date, it's written here, November 2002. So on the top here you have the tape controls. So pause, stop, play, rewind, fast forward, counter reset, and eject, the main VCR functions. And here the tape mechanism where you enter the tape. So it's a Hi8, so it uses these tapes, but it records with higher quality, but you need a Hi8 tapes to record that. So tapes that were a little more expensive, but that provide a better quality. So this is the equivalent of like a SVHS related to a regular VHS. So like this VCR SVHS. Only on this one has a Super VHS ET, so you can record higher quality on regular VHS tapes. But I think there were no Hi8 VCRs that recorded a better quality on regular 8 tapes. So this is the front. It has a light. And here there is a cover for the lens. And here we have a color viewfinder. And here on most camcorders, the record button is here. And if you put it like this, it will just turn off the camera, and so you cannot press the record button. And here you have DC input. So you plug your power supply there, and there S-video out. So S-video, this allows to, since it's a higher quality camera, because it's Hi8, you can use S-video, which is analog video output, which provides better quality. And well, here you have a knob to select the function. So you have a VCR mode, play, off, auto. So there you can use the camera without using the different functions, and you can have like all the functions set automatically, like manual, like autofocus. You don't use manual focus, for example. And this, I think you can move like a square on the screen so that you focus on certain points in the picture. And these are other modes that you can select. And here you have the switch for the light. And here you have the little joystick to navigate in the menu. And the AV output. Here it is like a jack cable, so similar to an earphone plug. And so you have like a similar to an earphone plug on one end, and on the other end you have of course RCA plugs, just like here on this TV. So yellow, white and red, basic stuff. So now let's move on to the other camcorder. So this is a Canon ES8600. So Hi8. These three are very similar, but there is one main difference between this one and the two others. This one has a LCD screen, and it opens like this, pretty neat. And this one, manufacturing date January 2003. So it's not even that old. I was already born in 2003, but I was 3. I wasn't that old. So yeah, you have a LCD screen, pretty neat. And here the knob, it's located there, while on this one it's here. So it's not located at the same place. And as you can see, this one has the battery area on the side, while this one and also this one, it's on the back side. And here you have the switch for there's a record button, and so in this position I think it will allow to record, and now in this position it will not allow to record. So it's locked, and it will just be off when it's on camera mode, I think. So this camera can take photos, but I've not read the user manual, so I don't know what the photo thing does, but I might find out later. So the light switch, I think I have tested the light switch on one of them, one of the 3 cameras. I think it was this one, but it did not turn on. Yeah, I think this one the light did not turn on. And well, here I think this is for the focus, and it's also for navigating in the menu. And here, instead of the joystick like this camcorder, you have this kind of thing here. So you see just how it is. S-video out here. So all Hi8 and SVHS units have S-video, so they all have it. So yeah, on this knob you have the same function as this one. And here the tape mechanisms are on the top, just like this one. The 3 have the tape mechanisms at the same place. And the 3 camcorders have a cover like this, and also the lights located there. So the front of the 3 camcorders is very similar. You can see the front and the top look almost the same. Only when you look at the side, It's quite different because of the knob that's not located at the same place, and also you have the LCD screen. So a color viewfinder on this one too. And here you have the menu button and the control button so that you can navigate in the menu. And here this is for adjusting the, as this logo indicates, this is for adjusting the volume when you're playing a thing. AV out here, it's located on at the same place as the other one too. And this one, Canon ES420V. So it's look almost the same to the other one. If you look at the side, there is not a lot of difference, you can tell. If we open this, buttons are at the same place, so it seems to be pretty much the same thing as the ES8600. So you have a color viewfinder on this one too. So yeah, I think it's color. So yeah, I think I did not notice any difference between these two actually. So here on the bottom you have a little place to insert a battery, so a little like a watch battery, so that the camera can hold the time, the time and the clock. And these three Canon camcorders have the same tape mechanism. And now we will see like how the other camera is different. The Canon ES270 that I already had. This one is older. It's written the manufacturing date here, May 1997, and it's quite different from the other ones. It's regular 8, like I said, and it's just not made the same. This one does not have a cover there, so it opens mechanically when you put it on camera mode. So there's a mechanism that opens it from the motion of the switch, different from the others. And there you have the knob for the different functions like the other one, but it's located there. And if you look on the top, the tape mechanisms are like they are at the same place, but they just don't look the same. You see, compared to the other cameras, the buttons are not the same shape. And also the zoom controls, they are here, and on the three other cameras it's at the same place, only the knob looks different. And there you have a button, it's called Flexi Zone, but I'm not sure what it does, I don't really know. There you have this thing to lock the record button too, and to turn off the camera, just like the other. And there you have this kind of joystick like this one. And on this one you don't have a screen, but you have a pretty nice color viewfinder. And here the focus, so this is similar to the other ones. This one has it there, and this one has it there. And there's your place when you put that little battery for holding the time. And here on the front it says Hi-Fi stereo. Tape mechanism is at the same place. These three have the same tape mechanism, and this one has a different mechanism. They are pretty similar, but they are different. And besides that, here on this Canon you have instead of having a jack like our earphone for the output, you have regular RCA plugs, and this one is this thing here having regular AV outputs. This is something that I'm really fond of on camcorders. I prefer that to the other one. I think all camcorders should have this like this, so I'm fond of this. And now I will place a battery in the camcorder, so I'll just grab it from inside this box, the box that Zachary sent to me. So this is a pretty huge battery, but it still holds its charge. I've tested it. And also this Canon does not use the same battery as these other cameras. So you see on this one, does not fit. Now let's put it in the Canon ES75. And we will turn it on and put it on camera mode and remove the front cover of the lens there. So I'll try to let you see in the color viewfinder. So if I zoom with my Sony camera that I'm currently using to film, I can have you see the inside of the viewfinder quite clearly. So that's pretty nice, color viewfinder. So it falls on its side because of the weight of this battery. The light here. I had not actually tested it, but it has an incandescent light. So this must be quite battery consuming. So since it's an incandescent light, that must be why it's burned out on this camcorder, because well, incandescent lights burn, they burn out, unlike DLs, LEDs. I mean, DEL is in French. Now the tape mechanism. So pretty darn cool, these mechanisms like this that go up like this and then it ejects. Just beautiful. This is one of the things that were just, I don't know, just very fun on these old camcorders, and that we don't find today. Like having a mechanism that opens like this is just beautiful. So it was part of the fun of using a camcorder back then. Just so you're seeing all this this complicated mechanism inside. And now we will put a 8mm tape inside. So right now it's on camera mode. So I will just fast forward it to a part where I will want to record, and I will record something on this camcorder, and then I will plug it to my CRT TV so that I can play back the tape. So I'll just do that right now. So now this Canon camcorder is plugged to the TV with this cable, and I just recorded some a little video on the 8mm tape. And well, this jack RCA cable, it came with my JVC camcorder that I previously used for filming my videos. So it's this one here. So this one got replaced by the Sony HDR-CX405 because well, this one only records in 480p, so it's kind of outdated in 2018. Now I will press play. Recording with this Canon ES75 8mm camcorder Hi8. And so there is my VCRs there. Now I'll zoom out because it was already zoomed a little bit. And you can see that this camcorder is working and it has a good quality. And well, this is me here. And this is the Sony HD camcorder that I'm using for my video. I bought this for me for Christmas. So Sony model HDR-CX405. So I recommend this camera. Films pretty well. So 1080p. will press stop. So you might not have seen all the quality on with me filming the CRT TV, but it does work perfectly. And now we will test the other camcorder. So we'll put it off, remove the battery, and we will place it in the Canon model ES8600. And now let's turn it on the camera mode first. And open this. So yeah, I was mistaken. It's actually a black and white viewfinder, but it does have a good color LCD screen. Which is pretty good. And I just turned on my TV so I can plug this here. So camera mode on this Canon camcorder is working perfectly. And now we will try to play the recording that I previously recorded. That I recorded with the good camera, the ES75. And well, this is me here, and this is the Sony HD camcorder that I'm using for my video. I bought this for me for Christmas. So Sony model HDR Sx60V. Well, this one seems to be working well now. I think it's this one that did that problem with the video output. Yeah, when I last tested this one, I think it had a problem with the video output. Maybe it was the other one, they're similar, so... But I think one of them had that problem I just talked about. Well, since we see that it's currently, it just succeeded to successfully play the tape, we're going to try to record something and see if the sound will work. Just reset the counter. So now this Canon camcorder is currently recording a video, and we will see if it plays back well. Now put it on play mode. And we will rewind it to the timer 0. Might not have rewinded enough. Now I will press stop. Okay, so this one is the camera that did not record the sound. So this camera records video but no sound, so I don't know what is up with this. Maybe a type alignment problem or maybe a bad head or capacitor problem, I don't know. But still will be quite surprising, a capacitor problem for a camera built in 2003. So at this time I think they mostly had good capacitors. But this one, like I said, when I last tested it, I played a recording that was already recorded on the tape, and it did not play it correctly. There was like a vertical line scrolling down, and now it did not do it. Now we will press play, and we'll play it just on the camera, just not on the TV. And well, this is me here. And this is the Sony HD camcorder that I'm using for my video. I bought this for me for Christmas. So Sony model HDR Sx60V. So the screen's pretty good quality. So probably it's not always doing that problem. Now it's playing a tape well on the screen, which is pretty cool. Now let's turn it on, the camera mode. So camera mode's working on this camcorder, working well. Now VCR mode. So this one I think is the one that had the AV output problem, so let me put it back on camera mode, turn on the TV and plug it. Right there. TV volume's too loud. So it's doing that audio effect there. As you can see, picture is good on the LCD screen, but the output there, this is what I was talking about. You see, this is the top of the screen and there is a line there, and it's displaying it like this. And when I move it, it seems to be changing the problem. When I put my hand in front of the camera, it just goes back to normal. Seems like a capacitor problem, which is pretty odd. So of course it's gonna do that when playing tapes. So now we will see if it plays the tape correctly on the screen. So a tape that was already recorded. So I have not tested it, but maybe this camera records well, and then the tape can be played back on other camcorder. So we will put it in a VCR mode. So I recommend this camera. Sounds pretty well. So the tape's playing well on the screen, but of course on the AV output doing that. So it does suck. Kind of suck that is doing that, but at least yeah, it can play tapes well on the screen. So right now I think what we should do is trying to do a recording on this camera and play it on the good one, so the ES75. So now I just recorded something on this tape. We will play it. this one, Canon ES40, this Canon ES420V. And what we can see, it's displaying it wrong on the screen, but like on the AV output on the TV, but on the LCD screen on the camera, it's displaying well. So yeah, the conclusion of this one is that it plays and records tapes perfectly, only the problem is with the AV output. So that's kind of annoying. You can play tapes well on the TV and or display picture. Sony model HDR Sx60V. So this one, this video was recorded with the other camcorder, so it does not have an alignment problem actually. This one working just fine besides the AV output. So if someone knows what's wrong with this, the AV output, tell me. Must be a capacitor problem, but now I will stop. It's not always doing it. It seems to be doing it only sometimes, because you can see right now it's not doing it, but if I move the camera a little bit, it's doing it. So this one, Canon ES40, is Canon ES420V. Not doing it right now, as you can see. When I'm moving it, it does it a little bit. So what I'm guessing is maybe a bad solder connection in this part, because sometimes on camcorders, VCR, or CRT TV, or any electronic that has plugs like this, they might when you there is a movement when you plug and unplug the cables there, so it might move the solder connections and damage them. So that's what can sometimes happen, and this is something that can happen on the TVs too and VCRs. And well, I think this Sony SLV686HF has that similar issue too. So now we will put a battery in the Canon ES270. So a different battery. This battery is still good, perfectly good, and you don't load it the same. So you place it like this and then push there. So the camera mode is working now on this one. Sometimes it does not, but now it's working. The tip sometimes gets stuck there. Yeah, just like hooking on a piece of metal there. Sounds similar, but not the same. So this is the issue that was doing. So I kind of got this camcorder back somewhat, because I got this one, which is perfectly working. So this is going to be kept forever, like unless if it breaks. So this one I'm probably going to get rid of it. And these three, I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I'll have to decide, because they are only partially working. This one, since it's working, I'm probably going to keep it. But this one, it does not record sound, but it does play tapes well. I'll just decide what I do with it. so they sound quite similar. Listen when you load the tape, but when you load the mechanism, but without a tape. Sounds quite similar when you eject. So I think there is only 1 minute of battery remaining on my camera that I'm currently using, because I filmed some videos with it and I did not charge it. So you can see like the mechanism looks quite similar to the others. So here you can see the pinch roller. You can see it's at the left of the tape guide, and on this Canon Hi8. You see the pinch roller is does this one have the same mechanism? I don't know, I might have been mistaken, but I think the one of the others have a different mechanism. Like one of the others have the pinch roller, not at the same place. Okay, so actually it was not my camera battery that was running low. It was just that I had a little recording time. I was running out of recording time because there were videos that were in it that I had not deleted. So I had transferred it to the computer. So I just deleted it from the camera's card, and I just realized I filmed for a lot of time in this video. And now I just realized something in these two cameras. So these two with the you could see that they were identical, with the two with the LCD screen. But I just realized something in the mechanism. So you will hear when it ejects, it does a slightly, it does almost the same sound actually. You can hardly tell the difference. Here in the mechanism, you can see the pinch roller here. Let me place it like this. The pinch roller is at the left of the tape guide, and here it's at the right of the tape guide, so it uses a different mechanism. So it seems that this one uses the same mechanism as the ES270, and this one uses a different mechanism. So quite interesting. This one looks exactly the same as this one, but different mechanism. So yeah, I can't really tell a difference in the mechanism. Looks pretty much the same. But main difference is the placement of the pinch roller. Loading motors at the same place. It's placed vertically there, and I think the placement of the gear is slightly different too. Anyway, you see it there, and you can tell the difference. You can compare it. So this one, it was plugged with the power adapter. So it's a power adapter like this. So there is just a regular plug, like a computer plug that you plug there. And this one has a hardwired wire that starts here and ends there. So this is the end of the wire. And let's plug it in the other camcorder, the ES75, which does not have the LCD screen. And on this one, the DC input is there. Let's take a look at the tape mechanism. So this one has the same mechanism as the other one, this one. which has the pinch rotor located on the right of the guide. So quite interesting. These two here look the same on the outside but different mechanism. And this one, same mechanism as this one but different on the outside. And this, same mechanism but totally different. This one more, so you can see all these cameras are like totally a mix of each other. So we can say that this one that does not have the LCD screen is like a mix of this one and the others, because, well, it has that joystick here and no the battery at the same place, and no LCD screen, and you have a color viewfinder. So you can see 4 different models of Canon Hi8 camcorders. This one a regular 8, but this is still quite interesting to see that comparison. Let me remove the battery from this one, put it in this one. Realize I recorded for about 40 minutes. So I hope you didn't fall asleep, but if you're watching this, well, it's probably because you're interested into that stuff, and well, you don't mind watching long videos about it, because it's interesting. Sounds exactly the same, but you can see this one, which has the mechanism like this one, sounds different, but it sounds a lot more similar to this one. So the mechanism acts a little different, but looking at it, the same transport. That's very interesting. Let's try to open them at the same time. Do you see them well? I think. So the two camcorders synchronized. Perfectly synchronized. So this one here is the mechanism of the ES270. They don't act exactly the same, and well, these Canon camcorders all use a Samsung mechanism. So now, thank you for watching this very long video. I hope you enjoyed it. And next video will be one of the others, machines that Zachary sent me. So maybe a mini DV camcorder, because there was a JVC mini DV camcorder. And at the moment while I'm doing this video here right now, I have not used it yet, and well, I have to unwrap one of the mini DV tapes, because I don't have any that is already unwrapped, and in my family we never had a mini DV camcorder, so we don't have any mini DV tapes. But good thing Zachary sent me tapes so I can use with the camcorder.